Man, I'm not good enough. Man, I'm not worthy of that. Man, I don't think I can do that. Man, who am I to actually start that business? Who am I to go up to that girl and ask her out? Man, who wants to hear from me? I often catch myself thinking about all of these thoughts. These thoughts are nothing good, but just make me feel worse about myself. The fear of not being good enough. How often do you let this fear hold you back from taking action, from pursuing your dreams, from starting your own business, from starting your side hustle, from starting your passion? How much does it cost you if you continue to live a life with a fear of not being good enough? Start taking control of your life and don't let it rule you. We're afraid that people will laugh at us. We're afraid that people can see through our flaws and laugh when we mess things up. When I first started this podcast, I was scared of messing things up. I was afraid that people wouldn't like it. I was worried that my podcast wasn't good enough as compared to many other podcasts. So many things were going on in my head, and most of them were negative thoughts. They did nothing good but sabotaged my progress. And I'm sure it happens to almost everyone, if not everyone. Everyone experiences self-doubt. Everyone experiences the fear of not being good enough at some point. Nobody really has everything figured out. Nobody really has every answer for every question in life. Why do I say this? So that you know that you're not the only one. It's a very common thing among us. There have been so many times that I thought, man, there are so many people out there only talking about this stuff. Why would I even bother talking about it anymore? I'm not as good as them, so no one would want to hear from me. You see how easy and tempting it is to talk yourself down and talk yourself out of taking action, out of pursuing something that is meaningful to you. It's crazy how powerful your thought is. If you don't know how to control your thought, it will control you and it can talk you out of so many great things in life. And the same thing with asking attractive women out. How often do you catch yourself making excuses not to approach because you don't think you're good enough? I admit, I have done this so many times and I know I will fall into this trap again. But what difference in the future is, or make less excuses and actually do it as compared to today or the past. The key is to be aware of your thought and to actually tell yourself a better story that can push you to take action, that can push you to actually do the things that you need to do even when you're fearful, even when you doubt yourself, even when you don't think you're good enough, but you do it anyway. That's what it really matters. So how do we get rid of this fear? This fear comes from self-doubt. We doubt ourselves when we have low confidence. But when we have high confidence, we have no or very low self-doubt. I don't think anybody would have high confidence all the time. Confidence comes in waves. Sometimes it's high and sometimes it's low. The goal is to maintain high self-confidence as many times as possible. In other words, we'll always experience self-doubt. It's inevitable. So the question is not about how to get rid of it, but more about what you do when you experience self-doubt or fear of not being good enough. Normally, when we experience self-doubt, we'll find a way to resist, fight back, or try to push it away. However, the self-doubt feeling doesn't just go away, and your insecurity is still there. So what should you do? Embrace and accept it. When you notice a doubting thought, acknowledge and let it be. It's only a temporary feeling that loves to hang out around from time to time. So the sooner you acknowledge and totally surrender, the faster it goes away. Magic, right? You do nothing and it goes away. But the more you resist, the more you try to do something about it, the longer it will hang around. It doesn't go anywhere when you try to fight back, except the fact that you may have low confidence. That's okay. Everyone experiences low confidence from time to time. It's just a feeling. Stop giving a meaning. Stop trying to push it away. Acknowledge and accept it. That's all you need to do. Stop giving it more attention than it should be. For some reason, it's easier to put others on the pedestal than to do that for yourself. And we give others more importance than they deserve, consciously or unconsciously. And when we do that, we simultaneously put ourselves down and then not feel good about ourselves. We just don't really know a full story what's going on the other side. We just make a lot of assumptions. And if you ever make any assumption, please make good assumptions about yourself. At least in this case, you'll have more confidence. You'll believe in yourself more. And that in turn will help move you in the direction of your goal. At the end of the day, fear itself is just a feeling. And it comes and goes. It's really just in your head. With that being said, when you don't feel good about yourself, when you feel like you're not worthy, when you feel small about yourself, tell yourself that it's okay. That's totally normal. It happens to everyone. But not everyone will tell you about this. So you may think to yourself that, man, I'm the only one that experienced this. No, not really. Everyone experiences this. Some may just put a better mask than others. But deep down inside, everyone experiences this from time to time. At least I do. I experience so many times. And I know I will run into this fear again. What difference now is, I stop fighting back. When it comes to me again, I just simply acknowledge and accept it. And it will simply go away soon after that. It's not a big deal. When one of these negative feelings comes to you, actually acknowledge and totally surrender to that feeling. Accept it like how you accept a good feeling. It just wants your attention a little bit. And by accepting it, it will stop bothering you. When you acknowledge and surrender completely, you no longer feel the resistance and soon start feeling freer and better about yourself again. And when you're feeling freer and better about yourself again, you're then free to take action. You're then free to pursue your goals. So the fear of not being good enough is really just in your head. It's normal. It's okay to experience it. Don't push it away. Accept it. Embrace it. This is just part of being a human. It's okay to be vulnerable. And the sooner you accept everything about yourself, the easier it is for you to move forward in life. So my darling, don't worry about a thought that you're not good enough. Even if you're not good enough, so what? Who cares? Do it anyway. I promise, even if you think to yourself that nobody would listen to you, nobody want to hear your advice, someone out there will really appreciate when you share your passion and your dreams. You never know who actually looking at you and who actually inspired by you. So don't let anyone talk you out of pursuing your dreams, and never let you talk you out of pursuing your purpose. Be your own biggest fan. Totally believe in yourself. And if you have self-doubt right now, let me reassure you that you're worthy, and I totally believe in you. So go out there, stop making excuses, and start taking action. Don't worry about failure, and also don't worry about success. just follow what's in your heart. If it tells you to do something, then do it. Because that's what will make you alive. That's what makes you want to wake up in the morning. Success and failure will no longer matter anymore. What matters is you follow your purpose. Hey, thank you for listening to my podcast. If you got any value out of it, appreciate your ratings and reviews. That means the world to me. My hope is that no matter what you go through in life, have faith and never stop believing in yourself. And until next time, always be your awesome, badass, authentic self.